World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918. It involved many of the world's great powers, divided into two opposing alliances. The Allies, which included France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, among others, and the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The war began on July 28, 1914, when Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, setting off a chain reaction of events. The underlying causes of World War I were complex and rooted in political, economic, and territorial disputes among European nations. Nationalism, militarism, and the intricate system of alliances contributed to the tensions that eventually erupted into open conflict. One defining feature of World War I was the widespread use of trench warfare. Trenches, dug into the ground for protection, stretched across the Western Front, a line of trenches running from the North Sea to the Swiss border. Soldiers on both sides endured harsh conditions, including mud, rats, and the constant threat of enemy attacks. Interesting fact: the Western Front was characterized by a no-man's land, a dangerous and heavily fortified area between the opposing trenches. Soldiers faced perilous conditions when attempting to cross this zone during battles. Technological advancements. World War I saw the introduction of new and devastating technologies, forever changing the nature of warfare. Machine guns, tanks, poison gas, and airplanes played significant roles in the conflict. The development of tanks, for example, aimed to break the stalemate of trench warfare by providing a mobile and heavily armored offensive force. Eastern Front and Russian Revolution. While much of the Western Front was characterized by trench warfare, the Eastern Front witnessed more mobile and fluid battles. Germany and Austria-Hungary clashed with Russia in the east. The Eastern Front saw large-scale movements of troops and frequent changes in territory. Interesting fact: the Russian Revolution in 1917 significantly impacted the course of World War I. The Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, seized power and negotiated peace with the Central Powers through the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk in 1918, allowing them to focus on consolidating power domestically. The United States initially pursued a policy of neutrality in the early years of the war. However, factors such as unrestricted submarine warfare by Germany and the interception of the Zimmermann telegram, which revealed German plans to ally with Mexico against the US, led to the US entering the war on the side of the Allies in 1917. Armistice and Treaty of Versailles. The exhaustion and depletion of resources on both sides eventually led to an armistice on November 11, 1918, effectively ending the fighting. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially concluded the war. The treaty imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including territorial losses, disarmament, and war guilt clauses. Interesting fact: the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles, particularly the economic reparations demanded from Germany, are often cited as contributing factors to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the outbreak of World War II. Frequently asked questions facts. Why did World War I start? World War I started due to a complex web of factors, including nationalism, militarism, alliances, and unresolved territorial disputes. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in Sarajevo in 1914 acted as a trigger, leading to the declaration of war. What role did technology play in World War I? Technology played a pivotal role in World War I, introducing new and devastating weapons such as machine guns, tanks, poison gas, and airplanes. These innovations transformed the nature of warfare and had a lasting impact on military strategy. How did the war end? The war ended with an armistice on November 11, 1918. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919 officially concluded the conflict, outlining the terms for peace and imposing harsh penalties on Germany. What were the consequences of World War I? World War I had profound consequences, including significant changes to political boundaries, the redrawing of maps, and the emergence of new nations. The war also set the stage for subsequent conflicts, particularly World War I, due to the punitive measures imposed on Germany. How did World War I impact civilians? World War I had a devastating impact on civilians, with millions facing displacement, food shortages, and the loss of loved ones. The war also brought about societal changes, including the role of women in the workforce and shifts in social norms. In summary, World War I was a complex and transformative global conflict that reshaped the geopolitical landscape. The war's legacy is still felt today, as it laid the groundwork for subsequent conflicts and influenced the course of 20th century history.